This here is Quinn. He's here for resource guarding and food aggression. While he's eating, sometimes if the people are eating, he shows his teeth and growls at them, while they're trying to eat a sandwich. So it's not even necessarily if he's possessing the food. It's just like the smell of the food in the air gets him going. So this is some kind of weird food. You gotta mix. To me, it just smells like hay, but letting the kind of, the smell in the air, because it's got to soak for a little bit, and just to see, how he does. He got in late last night. After last outs, I gave him a cookie, and he really acted up. So we're gonna see how he does. He acted up towards Eddie when Eddie came near the kennel as well. So he's gonna eat within close proximity to Eddie. We're gonna see if any of Eddie's movements will stir him, or just the presence of him, or me walking by, that sort of thing. We'll see how he does. Wait. I'm just gonna walk away. Close this. So he's a little hesitant to go towards the food, which, okay. Give him a little space. I think he knows this is a trap. Do you see his lip just go up there? And he starts with the noise. He's quite an insecure dog, and his show is really just very unconfident, very unsure. He's never actually bitten. It's just all a big show. At the owner's house, I put him to the test, and I put the bite sleeve right in the bowl. He bared his teeth and did all that stuff, and then I pushed right up against his face, pushed him away from the bowl, and never once did he bite, and then he just backed down. He will back down, I think now, because I just put the collar on him. I think now he realizes something's going on, and he's not going near the food. But even though, he's tense now, you can see it. So possibly me going near the food, or definitely going near him. He also is like a cat, so kind of late in the evening when he's kind of tired, he finds his place to lay down, and if you go near him, he'll growl and show teeth. If you try to pet him, he'll growl and show teeth. Sometimes you'll be petting him, and all of a sudden he'll just be like, I don't like that anymore, and he'll start growling and showing teeth. So far, okay, going near the food. Just put it over here. You're just gonna kind of observe from over here and see if he tenses up at all. Sometimes the more time you give him to hover over the bowl and possess it, the more possessive they'll get. So if I just did it for 2 seconds, he might not feel that possessive over it. So now I'm just gonna walk by, see how he feels about that. From behind. Yeah, leery, but no show of force. He may have been worse in the crate because obviously first he'd only been here for a half hour, and maybe nervous because he didn't know where he was, that sort of thing. And also being in the crate, that sense of personal space, or the sense of being trapped, So he has that slow feeder because a lot of dogs that have food aggression issues eat really fast. So it helps to slow him down, and also, if I need him to eat slow because I'm working with him, if I put it in a normal bowl, it's gone, in 30 seconds, and that's all the time I have to work with him. So Or we just do little portions at a time, that sort of thing. They've been feeding him by hand and doing all these other things that people told him to do, which is fine to give him the sense of like food comes from me, but it didn't really help at all, you know. He'll randomly guard a toy or antler that he has, but not always, you know. It's not a consistent thing. The food is consistent, so if I got up in front of him right now, he'll start. And it's not like because he's food deprived or hungry or anything like that. He was the runt of the litter, so as a young puppy, they eat last. They get pushed out of the way. Mom has 10 nipples, there's 11 dogs. Well, guess what? You eat last because you're the runt, right? So he's probably had to kind of fight for his food, and then when they get old enough to eat, a lot of times they just put a big bowl in the middle of them and fill it with food, and all the puppies swarm around it, and the one who's the runt gets in there last, and sometimes they don't get to eat at all. I had a litter, and one runt, you know. Actually, there were two, but one didn't make it. So Mom tried to reject him a few times, you know, and the dog was always pushed away from feeding by the other puppies. And I would have to, you know, bring Mom aside and force her to feed him. Or, you know, when they were eating kibbles, I would just take him aside and feed him. And, you know, because of that, never had issues. But he was born in captivity. He was born in a shelter down south. So a lot of those places are just overcrowded, understaffed, overworked, you know. So they may have had more than one litter of puppies. And typically it's just get in there, clean up the mess, put the food down, get out, move on to the next, you know, kennel or whatever. So they don't get a lot of special attention or, you know, really a lot of socializing, whether they're born in captivity or in the wild. You know, if you're getting a puppy like from a rescue, you should always inquire about that, because you are way better off getting like my puppies, for instance. They were raised around kids and cats, and you know, did training, so they were trained quite well to like sit, stay, and down at the very least. You know, by the time they were 10 weeks old. So there's a big difference from where the dog comes from and how the dog's like first imprint on life was, you know. That runt was like a duck, you know. He was so imprinted on me that he would follow me around everywhere. This tiny little thing, it was funny. So his head was way too big for his body, and his eyeballs were way too big for his head. So he was just this big bobblehead, like his head would wobble side, like he could barely hold it up. And there's just big goofy eyes staring up at you all the time, right? He would climb up my pant leg, up my shirt, and sit on my shoulder. Anywhere I went, if I sat down, he was climbing on my pant leg. But he would basically follow me everywhere once he was of age to, like, you know, get more freedom of access and move around. So I'm gonna try walking by again. So he stills and he stops what he's doing, you know what I mean? You know, a lot of dogs may do, like, just check you out as you're walking by. Eddie doesn't stop, you know, he won't stop and eat. But if you see still behavior, like if I stop here, and he stops and he just starts hovering over the bowl. Let me take another step. Another step. So that's good, he's yielding. So he's backing away from the food and allowing me to have control of it. And that's what it is with these guys, right? Is that in their life, when it came to food, they had no control. So when they get the opportunity to seize control, they use that, you know, the means of aggression to good break. you know, and if you let him get away with it, so, you know, he was a puppy and he didn't start this behavior immediately right away with the people, but eventually got a sense that he could, you know, get pushy. And when a dog shows his teeth and growls at you, you know, gets in your face and all that stuff, it can be intimidating no matter how tiny he is, you know, or no matter how nervous he is, you know. So he's very, very unconfident. And basically for him to have to bite, I'd really have to push it. You know what I mean? Because he knows if he bites, that's it, he's screwed up. It's on, you know? And he lacks the confidence to finish the fight. I was actually really surprised that he threw shade at Eddie. Eddie's just, like you see him over there, he's kind of an indifferent dog. And he's used to this sort of thing, so he's just like, yeah, whatever, dude, I don't want to get involved. You're screwed. You're pissing off Papa. Right, Edwards? Right, Edwards? And then Eddie sees him misbehave, and then Eddie's like, I'm just gonna go in the corner and mind my business and behave because I don't want to get in trouble. So he knows from, you know, our first session, it was only one feeding, that if I move in towards the bowl, he's supposed to get out. Out. And the word out means he has to move away from the food. I'm now claiming the food. It belongs to me. And so that is good, right? Come here, come. Good. Sit. Good. When a dog has resource guarding or food issues, if they respect you as an authority figure, they won't do this towards you. They may do it towards other people, but they won't do it towards you. And so in his case, they're kind of at their wits' end. They've tried a couple different trainers and they just don't know what to do. And they said if he can't stop this, they're gonna have to, you know, rehome him. And it's hard to rehome a dog like this. He's got a lot of marks against him. One, he's black. And it's just a thing, that's all it is. People can't clearly see the facial expression on a black dog, and subconsciously it makes them turn away. White dogs fly out the door because you could clearly see their facial expressions. Now with a dog like him, especially one who shows aggression, you definitely want to see their facial expressions clearly, right? Because it could just be a tiny lip quiver that's the warning. Maybe no noise whatsoever. But you see that lip start to quiver and go up, you know, that's a warning. And if you don't see it and you push forward, that could mean a bite, all right? So he's got that against him, and obviously resource guarding. And everybody thinks that there's an ex-military guy that lives by himself in a cabin in the woods that's gonna take all these dogs. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not that many of those people, you know, and they all don't want screwed up dogs. They maybe want good dogs, you know. So I don't know how long they would wait, because she said, well, we would keep him at the house and try to rehome him and find a new home. That could take, I mean, I've seen dogs in shelters that are advertised like crazy sit for years just because some random little issue, or just because their bio says, you know, no other dogs has to be the only pet. That usually means, well, they're not dog friendly. They're aggressive towards dogs or something, right? And so people just automatically, whether they have a second dog or not, automatically turn away because maybe they think, well, I'm not going to be able to walk this dog, or who knows what it's going to, you know, get into it with the neighbor's dog, who knows, right? They just don't want the problem. Understandable, right? Because a lot of people, most people, aren't really equipped to handle these type of problems. Oh, boy. Almost done, huh? But that slow feed bowl really works good. No, come. So he can't be a baby and he can't move away. Sit. Good. Break. Normally I just walk away and I let him ponder. Because I don't want typically the dog to go in towards the bowl excited. You know, these people that go, sit, stay, 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 stay. Okay, you know. Dog's 10 feet away, they hear the word okay, and they run towards the bowl, you know, all excited, and then you just rewarded, you know, way overexcited dog that you amped up before getting the food. So I just put it down. When I walk away, that means I no longer possess that food, just like when I walk up to him and he moves away, he no longer possesses it. So if I wanted to, I could sit down and start eating it, right? Because he's willingly given it up. And that's the idea. We want him to willingly give it to us. We don't want to have to fight him for it. We don't want to have to reach into his mouth or something to take something out. We want him to walk away or drop what's in his mouth. And he's really not one of these dogs that steals things and guards them. You know, a lot of dogs will do that. Tissue or random sock, whatever it is, right? He's not one of them. And it's strange because he really likes sticks. He'll chew on sticks and chew them into bits. And then he'll get bits of stick in his mouth. And they can walk up to him, pull the stick out of his mouth, open his mouth, pull bits of sticks out. It's not an issue. But, you know, they eat a ham sandwich. He's 3 feet away. Give me that sandwich. Okay. Well, that wasn't so bad. I thought it would be worse. I'm going to push it a little bit more and do some different techniques as we go on. He's with us for a week. Who knows if it takes longer? I'll probably just keep him for at least another week at no charge if that's the case, if I need to, because ideally I don't want this dog to get rehomed. You know, so my goal is success, right? Right, Papa? So, you know, I want to teach him that there's better choices that you can make. If you throw shade at me, you are going to get a pretty hard correction, right? If you willingly move away from the bowl, yes, nothing happens. If I can sit in front of the bowl with you while you eat and you don't throw shade, I'm going to put higher value stuff in the bowl. But if you throw shade, you're going to get a correction. So which choice is the better one? A piece of roast beef or a correction? You know, so I want him to realize, like, hey, if I don't start growling and showing my teeth, I'm gonna get some roast beef. If I start growling and showing my teeth, I'm gonna get corrected. And so I want him to understand that there's consequences for his actions and that there's better choices that he can make, that he won't get those consequences. No. Go sniffing in the garbage. So even though the bowl is right in front of him, he's not hovering over the bowl, he's not possessing it, so it's free game for me to take it.
That's what they get, like, that's what that was the point, right? And so of course there's going to be more coverage of it. Because
blathering about.
saying, you know, like, hey, here it is, it's happening. Right? Like, yeah,
Oh, there we go. We're gonna start now. Out. Out. Come. No, come. Sit. Good. He didn't really move or get still. I thought he was going to be good, but then he starts with that little noise. So when he becomes kind of nervous, you know, about the food, and he starts to make that noise, he's going to challenge. So we don't want that. Good. And then when he moves away, we take the food. Come. Come. Sit. Good. I'm just going to stay here and see what he does. Drop some right on my toe. No, if I say O-U-T, he will. I'm sure. Quinn, out. Good. Sit. Sit. Good. Just put it over here. Go ahead. It's okay. There you go. You go have it. So he eats and the cat or somebody goes by him or is near him, he'll do that, but I want to see how he does with Eddie's movement. Eddie's noises, being close to him while he's eating. Seems like he, didn't want to go too close, but we'll see if we can get it just a little bit closer. Good boy. Good. Out. Back. Good. Sit. Yes. Good boy. You can have it. Come on. He won't hurt you. No. Now there's a bit more distance. We'll give him a little space. Let's see if he can finish it without acting all weird. Move again. So I would assume that, that look up might have been something he would have been cautious about prior. I don't mind if he's looking like that. We just don't want to see any challenge. Good. Good boy. You can have it. He was the worst last night when I gave him a cookie in his crate, so I'm gonna film that tonight. When he was in my face, I was getting saliva in my face. You know. All done? You all done. Good boy. So I got some food going. Edward's just been following me around. And he's been very casual, so that's good. Because if there was food involved, or even sometimes just because Eddie was near him, you know, I brought Eddie near him when he was acting up. And then when Eddie would go near, he would start with the grumbling and groveling. But after his little correction, he's been very good. Very chill. Sitting there nice and polite with his paws crossed. Huh, Papa? Good boy. Yes, you're doing good, huh?
For example, that a very high
Back.
percentage of Dr. Blanchard, who is a preeminent researcher on the trans community, puts it at over 90%. Irrespective of that finding, it is indisputably an alarmingly high
Step.
percentage of so-called trans people.
Baguette. So he can't be near me when I'm prepping food.
And are in fact autogynecophobes. Autogynecophobia is
I have some lovely
sexually aroused, addressing as a woman, picturing himself as a woman.
cheddar cheese that you can have afterwards.
Someone who appears female. He gets off on it.
But he has to keep his distance.
Thinking about it
And
doing it.
Edward gets one. So he was in his crate. Edward was right here next to me. And I was feeding them each cheese, and there was no problems. I even dropped some bread on the floor, and they let Eddie get it, and no issue, so that's good. He doesn't quite, I mean, I taught him place when I first worked with him at his house. I haven't done it here yet, so I'm not sure if he quite understands it. But when I'm eating, he has to keep a respectable distance, and he certainly can't be doing no growling. And we're just going to see how that goes. Quinn, come. Good. Sit.
And what Blanchard said was the remainder
Good.
are homosexuals. They're gay,
Oh, where is this?
feminine boys who grow up to believe that in fact they're girls.
Good. All done.
When they start dressing like boys.
So he's done good. I'm done eating. I'm just going to give him a little piece of bread. Just because I want to reward him for doing good. Did you do good? Good job, Papa. Good. There you go. Good boy. Break. No, stay. Look. Yes. Good. You're a little rough. You gotta do it easy. Yes. Come. Sit. Easy. Shh. Easy. Good. Edward, yes. Good. That's it. All gone. Taking it is no problem. So once he's had it, if I go back there. But let's see. Is that good? Is that good? Good boy, huh? It's okay. You're eating that super fast, you know that? Is that good, Popo? Pretty tense about it, but good boy. I'll take it. I'll take that as a win, Edward. What do you think? Let's let you out and see what happens. Break. Break, Edward. Oh, you got crumbs too? You got crumbs too? Break. Oh my goodness, good boy. I will take it. Good boy. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. Quinn, out. Sit. Good. Yes. Quinn out. Sit. Good. No. Wait. No. Shh. No. Yes. Quinn, out. Good. Wait. Yes. Good. So patting him, it's okay, you can have it. Yes. Yes. Patting him while he was eating. It was a big no-no. But he just stops eating, that's okay, I'll take it. Quinn out. Good. Sit. Good. Wait. Yes. Good boy. That was the best one yet, Quinners. Good job. Quinners out. Out. Good. Sit. No, sit. Good. Wait. Yes. Good boy. Stay right here in front of him. Dropped a bit. Right there. Good boy. Quinner's out. Quinn, out. Shh, out. Sit. No, sit. Good. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Good. Short and sweet little pets. Good boy. He saw that one coming and got a little nervous and squatted. But so far, very good. Since you did so good, I'll just let you eat the rest in peace. All done? Good. We'll clean up around it. I'm so proud of you. Sit. My goodness, I'm so proud of you. You did so good, huh? Did you do so good? Did you do so good? Oh my goodness. Good boy, Quinners. Oh, Quinners, come this way. Come closer. Good. Sit. Good. Some sausages over here. Sausages. Oh, there you go. Quinner, out. Back. Sit. Yes. Quinn, out. Good. What are you supposed to do? Sit. No, sit. Good. Yes. Quinn, out. No, up. Sit. Good. Yes. Yes. You can have it. Good boy. Quinn, out. Out. Back. Sit. Sit. No, sit. Good. Yes. Yes. Quinn. Yes. Good boy. You can have it. Good boy. Good boy. You find the sausage? There's the sausage. Good boy. So, I had him out a few times just to get used to. Rewards are coming before just sticking my hand in there. So I don't want him to relate the hand as coming in there for no reason or to take the food away or whatever, right? So I want him to understand that I'm putting sausage in there. And so now the hand coming in while he's mid-eating means sausage. Oh, that's a big one. Look at that, it's a big one. Not Quinn. Good boy, Quinners. Pat him. Good boy. That is good. He's not getting still at all or anything. Move it on the side and hover over and pat. A little bit. Shh. Okay, so did you hear it? A little huff, little snuff. And then he backed down his own because rather than make a mistake. It's okay. Yes, good boy. You can have it. You know, he's just like, I'm just gonna move away, not throw any steak. Yeah, he's just doing that again. That's fine. That's fine. Yes. Good boy. A little bit too much to hover over you like that? Yeah. Because you remember, even just walking past and walking around him and all that stuff makes him move away. Good boy. Good boy. It's not necessary, you know, to pat a dog while he's eating or to bother him at all. But it's also not necessary for him to challenge us just for being within 5 feet of him. You know, and sometimes a little kid is going to walk by and rub up against him, or, you know, who knows? We walk by, we rub up against him. That doesn't mean he should throw a fit, right? So he's pushing the bowl right underneath me right now. And now he's rubbing up against my knee. He's in very close proximity. That's my foot right there. Good. Yeah, it's hard to say right now because, like I said, sometimes they forget and they have their old habits, right? But it seems like kind of we might have seen the last of it. We might have seen the last of it. But of course, it's always best just to take the time, make sure that's the case. You know, you don't want to go, oh, he's good, send him home, and then he's not good. So as I'm back to, yeah, see, I'm standing up again, and I just took one little bit of a step. You can have it. So I'm just kind of let him get used to that just by walking around, doing stuff. You know, we'll try to seem like we've got our own agenda. We're doing things, you know, moving around back and forth. Stuff to do over here. Actually, I did. There it is. Sausage before. Yes. Well, let me take it right out of my hand, really? At least let me get it in the bowl first. This end we'll drop a sausage. Alright. Come in from this side. Give him a pat. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, so far, I haven't seen, other than when he was in the crate, him like chilling, where he's just chilling or resting, and then he gets, you know, standoffish or whatever he does. I haven't seen that. So that's one thing we also have to kind of wait to see if we see that as well.